Sam Masias, Colorado Springs. As I was saying, I've been an electrician since 1974. I have been basically since 2007 when the first Colorado Renewable Energy law was passed. I've been working as I can in the solar energy industry. And I want to teach you one little thing about solar today, if I could. The solar, the sun spectrum that you see when you see a rainbow, all those colors, we use the blue spectrum, not the red, which makes French fries hot or your car seat hot. We actually use the blue spectrum. And that blue spectrum, as you can, we have blue, beautiful Colorado skies. And we actually need cooler weather to convert sunlight to electricity. Believe it or not, when a photon is traveling at the speed of light and it hits that solar panel and it converts from a photon to an electron, a small amount of heat is given off. And so the cooler those modules are the better. They'd be best to put solar panels in Cripple Creek, high mountain places where the air is clear. And speaking of clear air, I have watched since I was a child the air get dirtier and dirtier in Colorado Springs and Denver. Many of you that have lived here as I have probably could recall that. And as we well know that the air is getting dirty from coal-fired power plants and cars and dirt on the road, so it's not just one source. But the power plants are contributing about 40% to the pollution. And if we reduce the renewable energy standard, it's going to obviously make our air dirtier than it is already. I hope that this committee would consider that you not decrease the standard, but actually increase the standard. Colorado is an environment where we have a lot of open space. There's lots of places to put large solar arrays. I know there's a huge solar array down in the San Luis Valley, down, can't think of the city offhand right now, but anyway, there's about 30 megawatts down there, and it's in a high, clear desert climate. And that solar array is probably one of the most efficient in our nation, and it's right here in Colorado. So with regard to co-ops and their renewable energy standard, I'd like to ask that you consider not, again, do not decrease it, but increase that standard. One of the things I've noticed, I've tried to make a living selling solar energy, and it's not easy because people have to put up money up front. Now what's happening is a lot of utilities are going with these utility scale things, arrays, as well as community solar panels, and that's helping. But solar energy is getting cheaper. Since I've been in, it's dropped like $3 a watt, almost 50%. And we need to continue to encourage the industry in Colorado and continue to drive those costs down. I think people realize that it's a benefit to our economy. And finally, I'll close with, I had to convert from working in the solar energy industry to working in the indoor agriculture industry, which you would know as marijuana grows, because there are so many between here and Colorado. On the Front Range of Colorado, there are so many marijuana grows right now going, and they are energy hogs. They use energy 12 hours a day, 12 on, 12 off. They, from a profile, an electrical profile, the utilities see them, they look like a data center because they come up, their load stays flat for 12 hours and goes off. We need to increase our renewable energy standard and get those marijuana grow operations using more solar energy because they're actually contributing to burning more coal in our state. So thank you. Any questions?
Are there any questions for Mr. Masias? Thank you for taking the time to come up and testify today.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here.